I would quit the game. I would consider bowling. That was kind of a yip, but I must have yipped it just right because it hit the center and it was dead nuts. And for those of you that say, oh, I just can't get used to it, it doesn't look right. Get your eyes checked first.
You would be shocked at how difficult it is to roll a
I'm nervous right now just watching you.
down a rail.
Oh, I'm so proud.
What's up, guys? Coach Scott Yurgz here, and today we are at Makefield Golf, and we have our first ever guest instructor going to talk to us a little bit about putting. Guys, welcome Mike Dynda.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming up to beautiful Bensalem, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so putting is not my forte. You've taught me how to be a good putter. Inherently, I'm not a good putter because I don't practice, and that's why you yell at me most of the time. But let's talk about why a lot of people aren't good putters. And one of the things I see on my lesson tee is a lot of people are not very good at starting their golf ball on their intended line. Mike, what influences that, and how do we make the masses out on YouTube better at putting by getting them to start on the right line? What does that entail?
So there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. So before you go down the rabbit hole, people, just really focus on the club face being pointed at the line you want the ball to start. It's as simple as that. I don't care if your path goes this way or this way. As long as this is pointing towards that, you're going to start it on line.
Gotcha. So out of curiosity, so if I had my intended line and my putter was open 1 degree and I'm trying to hit a 10-foot putt, would we say that putt's got almost no chance of going in the hole? If it's a perfectly straight putt?
The same chance that she's had last week.
So that's actually pretty good. We're in Philadelphia here, people.
Go Birds.
Bear with us. I've just isolated my entire Midwestern fan base. Here we go. All 7 people.
Sorry about that.
This.
Everything's good.
All right. So start line is super important, whether it's a 3-foot putt, a 5-foot putt, a 10-foot putt. We've got to start the ball in the intended line. So Mike, my task for us today is we're going to have 2 drills that are going to make people better. Normally, I think you mentioned to me, and you tell me all the time, get a laser, get a chalk line. I'm going to be honest, most people aren't going to throw a chalk line in their golf bag.
Right.
I did it one time and just chalk ended up everywhere, and that was a disaster. Is there something else we can do on the putting green so we don't have to draw on the green, or we don't want to bring a laser with us? What can we use to make us better?
Yeah, good call. Most players carry alignment rods. If they do, I would simply put a alignment rod on the outside of the ball and put another one on the inside of the ball. And there is your poor man's chalk line, folks. It's really that simple. Maybe stand up, get back, get your spine or perpendicular to the start line. Maybe do something like this. And that is divided. So that's a really good way. So when the player gets in there, they can see that their face is perpendicular to these 2 rods. So simply, that's a good way to practice your alignment. I don't care much about an open stance or a closed stance because your shoulders are what's important.
Gotcha. So would you say your shoulders will help dictate the club face at address, which in then return will help you hit the golf ball more on your intended line?
Not necessarily. The shoulders are typically going to dictate the swing path.
Okay.
All right. They can manipulate it any way down here they want to make it square. But a lot of people are kind of good at yipping it.
Yeah.
You know?
I've seen quite a bit of yippers in my day. Would you say some of the other common issues for players that when they have a poor start line, is it hand related? Is it because they move their whole body? Do you find that they have start line control issues because of this? Or is it something else, or just the inability to understand that the face just needs to be squared at that?
So is there option C, all the above?
Okay.
Yeah. So what I just saw you mimicking was very common. It's the urge as a human being to want to see the ball go in.
Got it.
So if I start chasing it before impact, you can see where that path and face is going to come. Yep. Another thing would be this kind of motion.
Yeah.
I like to tell people to feel like you're in a cement cast from your belt to the ground.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Mike, go ahead and hit a couple putts for me. I mean, most people don't realize how good of a putter Mike Dynda is. Every time I played with Mike, it looks like every putt is going to go in the hole. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
That's because I'm only hitting it about 210. You have to make everything.
You have to make putts.
To break 90, you got to make everything.
All right, Mike, hit a couple putts, and let's get a sense for how good of a player you are in terms of hitting the ball in the start line.
Who put that laser in my way?
Okay.
That's blinding me.
We're 1 for 1.
It's blinding me. And that was a yippy stroke, folks. If you notice that was kind of a yip, but I must have yipped it just right because it hit the center and it was dead nuts.
You might not have been in the camera for that. We're going to keep going.
Can I say dead nuts?
You can say dead nuts. So would you say, is it helpful for players to line up their actual golf ball on the putting green? Do you think that's helpful? Do you think that's a deterrent? Let's not talk about how long it takes for people to do that. But
It shouldn't take long at all, kid.
yeah, so would you say that's something helpful for players to be a better putter? Do you think it's helpful for the average guy or gal to be able to line the ball up? And when they do line the ball up, is it even right?
So years ago, I gave a lesson to a guy at 1 hour on how to get down and line the ball up. You do not want to be playing behind that gentleman.
Yeah.
But if you can't line it up, Scott,
Yeah.
like to me, it takes a second.
Yeah.
But to answer your prior question, what would Tiger do? Tiger lined up every putt.
Yeah.
He is the best putter in modern golf.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah. Probably ever, right?
And for those of you that say, oh, I just can't get used to it, it doesn't look right. Get your eyes checked first. Or two, use some sticks. You'll see it. It's so much easier to aim this thing when there's a line on it. It's cheating. I don't know when the USJ is going to outlaw this, but Titleist now is even making golf balls with lines on them. It's there. Use it.
Yeah. Mike, one of the things I like to do when I putt, maybe just because I'm a little bit psychotic with like making sure the line is perfect,
Maybe.
is I'll line my ball up. I'll also have like a little bit of an intermediate point, like maybe a foot in front of the golf ball. And then I'll even go a third step. And I'll get back here. I'll give it a little Justin Rose. And I'll line the shaft up with the line on the ball, with the intermediate point. I'm like giving myself a list of checkpoints to make sure I'm aligning myself up properly.
I hear you. I'm going to get one little prop here.
Yep.
I'm going to get a Makefield tungsten weight. That's my ball marker.
Yep.
I wouldn't use this on the course, though, because it's not really flat. So can I just show you my process?
Yeah, I would love it.
And for those of you at home who think, oh, it slows down the game, guess what? If I take 12 seconds, but I make 6 more putts than you, guess who's playing faster? So I'm going to walk up to it, mark it. I've already read it. Clean it. Got my mark. Put it down. Come back. Inhale as I come back.
Yeah.
Do this little Dynda check. Learned that from Rosie. Actually, that's where you and I first met. Was at Aeronomic.
Yeah. Me, you, Sean Foley. That's a combo
Yep,
right
yep.
there.
So I'm done.
It's a trio.
I'm done. That took what, 12 seconds?
If that.
I talked too much, but I could have been quicker. But you know, it wasn't.
You've been doing that for years, though.
Right. But if you're the player who says, "Oh, I can't do that," just do it.
Mike, go ahead and roll a couple more for me.
Can I do my routine?
Yeah, I would love it. Go
So
for it.
again, down, line up, pick it up, inhale. Do this because all the cool kids seem to be doing it. Another inhale. I'm going to walk in like I'm the best putter in the world. 3 steps. I'm going to set face first. Cool, face. Double check. All right, looks dope, man. I'm good. As I'm doing my little wiggles, I'm breathing. Target, ball, back, through. I crushed that one. Boom. Back of the cup, though.
It went in. I mean, you hit it into the direct back of the cup like Tigers.
Again, that felt kind of yippy.
Mike, if you're having a hard time, say, I know you're a good putter. Say you're finding yourself, hitting some putts and you're pulling them. The face is aimed left. For you, where do you feel that's coming from? Is that a setup concern? Is that maybe, are the arms in the wrong spot? Is the grip wrong? Tell me like how you self-adjust once you realize you've gone astray.
Personally, my miss is a push.
Okay. So how do you adjust that when you realize it's happening?
Well, if I took my weights in my Makefield putter, I could load up the heel to make the putter release better. Okay,
so as much as I want everyone to get a Makefield putter, how would you do that if you have a non-Makefield putter that's not as good as a Makefield putter?
I would quit the game. I would consider bowling. All right, so if my push is created by this,
Yep.
I think if with me it comes from tension. If I really need to make it, so what happens to me is I won't stay connected here, and I'll suck it in. So now that I suck it in, it's going to go out that way.
Got it. So it turns into a mechanical problem for you.
Correct. The mental creates the mechanical for sure.
Got it. I was saying, so now we've got one drill here, and you could easily do this kind of drill. You could do it in your carpet. You could do it on the putting green. One variation I've seen of this, and sometimes I'd make the college kids back in the day when I had a quick college job where I'd coach college players.
I remember Drexel used to kick your butt, didn't we?
Yeah, we lost quite a few times to Drexel.
Go Dragons.
We were pretty good when I coached the team, but I digress. Here we go. I would sometimes take like an alignment rod, stick it about 2 or 3 feet in front of that golf ball. And now this is pretty much impossible, right? Like
I don't want to hit this putt.
So this golf ball needs to hit the very, very tip of this alignment rod.
Just the tip.
Now, this is really tough. So this is what I mean. Like, I'm not a great putter. I'm going to set up.
Don't say that to yourself. Say, I am the best
the greatest putter of all time.
Come on.
When I'm with Mike Dynda. All right, so when I set up, Mike, is my club face aligned properly?
Yeah, dude, you're good.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that was so good.
I missed by like about a quarter of an inch. So if I did this a few times, now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make my margin of error as small as humanly possible, right? So if I were setting up to a 3 or 4 foot putt and I missed it by an eighth of an inch,
You're still hooping
it's
it.
still going
You're still
into
hooping
the hole,
it. Yes,
right?
yes.
Other ways I've seen this done, and I've practiced this, I will go to the store and get like a yardstick. I'll putt down the yardstick. Now that's kind of like level easy. There's a different aisle at Lowe's and Home Depot that sell like steel,
We have them across the way in the building facility.
or like aluminum bar. And the bar gets smaller and smaller, but it's still 3 feet long. You would be shocked at how difficult it is to roll a golf
I'm nervous
ball
right now just watching you.
down a rail.
Oh, I'm so
Let's
proud.
go.
Let's go.
I am the greatest putter in the world.
Thank you.
So,
What's your Venmo?
well, let's recap real quick before this gets off the rails. So, start line. Club face controls how much of the start line? Mike?
93 to 95%, depending on who you study or
So
ask.
that is super duper important. We got to get the face pointed in the right direction, especially if we're around, the short distance putts. You could just putt to a tee if that's, if you don't have these alignment rods. 95% of the start line is based off of the club face. Maybe a little bit is, how you set up, some mechanical issues. But it's so important to strike the ball with a square club face to your intended line. So I think I know what you're about to do here.
You've seen this before.
Jump on in here.
So can they see that this putting arc is not anywhere near the target?
Yeah, to give you an idea, if that's the target,
So that's
this
30,
putting
40
arc
degrees.
is 30 degrees left of that target.
All right, can I make the putt?
Here we go.
All right, cool. I'm gonna strike it off the heel. Now, I'm kind of over here, aren't I?
Yep. So I'll put that there just so you can see. That's the actual line that it looks like you're aimed. The putter face is aimed in a totally different direction, and that ball went directly into the hole.
Unreal.
I'll be damned.
How did that happen?
But
Come
I think
on.
we just made some people better.
Come on.